chunks of rock fell from the moon to make moonstones. Chunks of the sun fell from the sun.
The spaceship rock that Clefairy.
Oh yeah.
When are they gonna remake the originals again?
That's what we were wondering.
Tomorrow, they'll announce them.
Then we have to do a originals playthrough of one person with each version.
Yes.
What, one with Gen 1 games, one with Gen 3 remakes?
Yeah.
And then one with the Gen 7 remakes?
Yeah.
So wait, do you think if they remade Gen 1 again, that they would release Red and Blue? Or do you think they'd have like one ultimate Gen 1 remake game?
Well, I mean, they did Red and Green the second time.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Maybe they'd just do yellow.
I think they would do like Flame Red and
Blazing Red and Plant version.
and Plant, yeah.
We clearly care about one more than the other.
And Plant.
And then they do the definitive water.
Yes.
Water blue.
They'd remake it as Pokemon Blue Beginnings, and that would be the only game they'd make.
Pokemon Blueberry.
They always do too.
No.
With
They'd be
either a third later or...
I don't know. I think that they should have one game, and it should have day and night cycles. And the different Pokemon you'd get in each version are available during day or night.
But then what's your incentive to buy both versions?
That's what I'm saying, they should just have one game.
But they make money by having two.
I think they've made enough money off of
There's
Gen
no such thing as enough money.
1. I agree.
Business degree?
Yes.
Is that why you know? About the
I don't
money?
like Uno. I don't like
You're a
Uno.
bad businessman then.
Uno. Pokemon Uno.
Pokemon Uno and Pokemon Quattro.
But you would say you'd have to say Articuno instead of Uno.
There is a Pokemon Arctic Uno game.
Yeah, Miltank.
And instead of saying red or green or yellow or blue, you'd have to say the type.
You'd be dead or green.
I've got 3 Arbok.
Charbaka.
Fire.
Team Rocket, everything goes backwards.
Justice is served.
Skip a turn with the Ditto.
Oh, Tail Whip? Really?
And I don't know what the other two guys say.
I ain't a fear to you.
Pharaoh!
No, you confused.
Always irritated me that
Scorpion.
the berry tree outside of the Miltank house that needs berries doesn't grow normal berry. It grows mint berry.
Oh.
But I guess if it did have a regular berry tree, then they wouldn't be needing your help.
I never paid attention to berries and stuff.
I never really did either. Or the apricots.
No, it's all about getting the gold berry, and then you win.
Goldberry is good, because it heals you 4 damage counters or 3 damage counters, one of those two.
And I think it heals you like 50% in this game. I don't know.
A normal berry only gives you 2 damage counters off. So the strategy was you had a Chansey who would use Double Edge, which did 80 damage to them and 80 damage to you. But then you had a Goldberry on yourself to automatically heal 40 of that. And then you had an unknown in on your bench to make all of your Pokemon resist normal type. Colorless. And that meant that Chansey resisted itself when damaging itself. So it did 30 less.
Is that how that would work?
Yep, that was the rules back then.
That doesn't make sense. You're not being hurt directly by your attack. It's an indirect effect of the attack.
It's because Chansey is attacking itself. And if Chansey is resisting itself, then it works.
That sounds like rules children made up by
It is a
misinterpreting
children's
the
game.
actual rules.
I don't know why, but the fat bald dude, his overworld sprite, I always like saw his outfit as like a long jacket that splits at the bottom and is just shaded. But those are actually just his pants
Oh, yeah.
underneath his big belly.
He's not wearing a trench coat.
Oh, you mean the fat
Well, I mean,
balding guys?
it's like white because it's
He's not
Is it
wearing a
Carl?
lab coat.
yeah. I thought it was a lab coat. Sorry, I was reading what this lady was saying.
Dragon learned bleach seed.
wing. You're the one that gets fly when we win, right?
Um,
Or is it you?
crap, what was I saying?
Something about
But no,
Chansey's
hitting
being...
for 80 damage and then hitting yourself for 80 damage sounds way too excessive of
Oh,
a
there it is.
drawback.
Well, that was like first generation cards that were all really bad.
Shuckle guy.
Even in Gen 1 games that didn't hit you back the same that you dealt,
Yeah.
it
And
was
that was
always
like-
50%.
Well, Chansey then had a move that
Potion.
healed. It wasn't a good Pokemon.
Chansey wasn't good?
I mean, it
Impossible.
wasn't good until it had those things to support itself.
Right.
It had the most HP, though.
I guess 80 off of a Chansey isn't as bad as 80 off of literally anything.
Yeah, it had like 120 HP, which I think is more than anything else then.
Well, we could double edge like twice and die.
Yeah. But if you do this combo, it only takes 10 damage.
It sounds like some like, I don't know.
You could do it. It was a tournament strategy.
Interesting.
And then
guy
what
just
you
called
could
me
also
out,
do is you could put a steel energy on the Chansey, which
Oh.
would mean that it would deal 10 damage less to itself and the enemy. So you're dealing 70 damage and taking 0.
Wait, why would a steel energy do that?
If you put a steel energy on a Pokemon that wasn't a steel type, it would reduce its outgoing damage by 10 and incoming damage by 10.
Oh, that
If you-
sounds really broken.
If you put a steel energy on a steel type, then it only reduced the incoming damage by 10. Really good.
Well, does any other energies have type effects like that?
Steel and Dark did early
What
on.
did Dark do?
Dark was just 10 more damage.
Oh,
So
on
like
any Pokemon?
on any Pokemon, and then if it wasn't a Dark type, then they would also take 10 more.
Oh, okay. God, I didn't know that. That's really cool.
Yeah, those were fun times. Then
Yeah.
they made Dark and Steel normal energy, and they didn't have the special effect anymore, and it was lame. But
Oh, lame. That's lame, man.
because that was my Steelix also, that like we just load up Steelix with 4 Steel energy, so it's taking 40 damage less, and then it's using Rage all the time to just deal back the damage that it has taken.
But then it'll eventually do no damage.
Well, yeah, you know, he had other attacks too.
Don't. Oh.
But I don't actually need fly. You already taught it to my thing.
I still need something to surf.
Kesha Krabby, you could get the rod from the guy in the house directly below the gym.
But I'm not even at the gym.
Oh.
I'm at the next gym.
I'm in the fighting gym right now.
You're fighting a
I'm
gym.
going up the light tower.
Black belt Yoshi. Oh, he has a Hitmonlee.
Oshi. I'm having to use my slave Pokemon to fight. Because I keep getting roared around by Growlithe.
Cheater.
Didn't want to do it.
You're supposed to poison him.
They made... I couldn't.
Krabby's eyes are not pointing in the right direction. Or in the same
Don't you
direction.
tell him how to live his life.
I'm not judging, I'm just pointing it out. Krabby, something's messed up. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da.
Go, Dr. Mantis. Mantis Toboggan. No, I missed out a chance to make a Sunny reference.
Mantis Toboggan?
Someone I know will know what Dr. Mantis Toboggan.
Sounds evil.
I think that's what his name was.
Like some
Assuming
kind of
Cameron
villain.
watches this.
Oh, he'll watch it, because I'll ask him every day.
You'll forget.
I will.
Guaranteed.
What was I about to do? I was about to switch out of
Oh,
you.
you have Ice Punch.
Anything
No.
else?
Thank you so much.
That's a nice punch you made there for everyone to
Good thing
enjoy.
they don't have a Grass Punch.
Yeah, well, they have Wood Hammer.
Oh, go ahead, Fire Punch all you want. I have 4 extra. That, buddy.
Buddy. Wait,
Just have elemental punches. Like
what do you have that has 4x resistance to fire?
Ground and water.
That's only... Ground doesn't resist fire.
Doesn't? I thought it did. Oh well. Still, it's not doing crap to me.
Yeah. It is actually as effective as someone throwing crap at you.
Oh, Comet Punch. That's his last one.
Wouldn't that be effective?
Yeah, you'd run away.
Depends. It might make a muck stronger.
That's true. You're just throwing tiny little pieces of more muck at it. It's getting bigger.
Yeah, you're throwing Grimers at it.
Ew.
Well,
Flushing
love is
Grimers
always
down the
interesting.
toilet every day.
Yes, that's what I do. It's my job.
You have to go in the lighthouse?
Yes.
Why?
Because
Talk to her.
Talk to her.
Talk to who? The lighthouse?
The
No,
gym
Jazz-
leader at the top.
You gotta talk to Yasmin and fly her around on the magic car.
You have to talk to Yasna? But she died at the end of book 2.
I
She
don't
comes
know what
back,
you're
though.
referencing.
She didn't actually
okay.
die.
He spoiled it for everybody.
Because she's
now.
an else caller. She's tough.
It's nice.
This is a Noctowl that's really big and mean and is gonna kill
Mhm.
everything I have.
There's
like
a lot
that.
of bird keepers in here, actually.
Great. Great.
But don't worry, there's also a bunch of water type Pokemon in here
That's
that
okay.
happen to have
That too,
flying type
yeah.
moves.
That's not okay.
It's
And
a bunch
psychic.
of Noctowls that were painted blue.
It's just growling my level 7 Paris. It's letting me stun spore it. Okay. Scratch. Oh, it pecked. Goodbye, Paris. You fought bravely.
Did it?
You
Quit
didn't really fight
critical
bravely.
hitting me.
Cha, that did no damage.
Darn. Hacha! Let's see if you can get some experience.
I don't want to rely on this Victini.
What? That didn't. Oh, come on.
Krabby has been burnt, just like the other Krabby that just was out. I burn all the crabs. I am a terrible chef.
Slowly, slowly, slowly. I'm going to eventually maybe kill a Noctowl. I'm dealing
Burn
like
to
1
death.
damage to it.
Robbie, what levels are you at?
Like 23, 22, 24.
It's about my levels, yeah.
Most of my levels.
But all those levels are made of grass.
Yeah,
All of mine are made of dirt.
but
Sounds
dirt's
about right.
awesome.
Dirt's McGirt.
Exactly.
We're pretty high up here. My bird Pokemon are in prime form, but definitely better than any grass Pokemon. all bird keepers have to have mohawks because it has hawk in the name. That actually makes sense.
I never thought about that before.
Does it?
I know. If that's their reasoning, that's silly.
I mean, it does give the birds a place to perch, right? You know, they just hop up on top,
Sure.
hang out.
Minky!
Bird keepers aren't as covered in poop as I would have imagined.
Well, they don't keep them in cages, they keep them in Pokeballs.
There is very few birds that could fit in the cages that they hold.
Right.
It's a representation. It's not really
Yeah.
more of a metaphor cage.
That's where their imaginary bird is.
Yeah.
This is the cage that I'd put a bird in if I didn't have Pokeballs.
Right.
Check out my cage.
This is the cage I keep my Pokeballs in.
Yeah.
It's an elaborate purse.
No.
What?
That reminds me of Bag Zerk.
Minky!
Bag Zerk.
Yeah.
What is Bag Zerk?
I'll have to show it to Taurus sometime. It's a Berserk community in joke where they edited a bunch of pages of the Berserk manga to be about Guts and his bag that everyone keeps making fun of as being a purse.
Okay.
He's like, no, it's a manly bag, dang it!
All
And
right.
it's funny because in the story, no one ever talks about anyone's bags. But then they bring this to being the forefront of the plot in these joke chapters.
You're
or
telling me
pages.
Berserk, this notoriously violent and gruesome series, is not actually about handbags?
No.
Okay.
Some say that he carried 100 bags before. No, 1,000.
Of all kinds of designers.
Because there's a part of the story where he was known as killing 100 men in one night.
Hmm.
By himself.
But not even as impressive as how many bags he held at one time.
He bought 100 bags in one night, and none of them were on sale.
Oh! His wallet is bottomless.
His wallet is as
Wallet is
bottomless
actually a bag.
as his
No.
greed.
My gosh.
And that's a birdcage. Pidgey is gonna get sand slashed.
That's always good.
I like sand slash.
For everyone not named Pidgey.
I like sand slashes that are grass types, even though it's a weird thing.
It is a weird thing. I can't wait for our next Monotype run to make another cool Sandshrew.
Fire type Sandshrew.
Bag type Sandshrew.
Bag type Sandshrew. He just has all of Swalot's attacks.
What?
Right.
How does that make any sense?
Because he's a stomach, which is just a food bag in your belly.
Oh, wow.
Why wouldn't he have a
You're
Garbodor? He's a garbage bag.
That'd work too. I'm not
Hey, you know
picky.
what? He's kind of got you there. That is the more bag.
What about a Klefki? Because Klefki opens the lock on the bag. I don't know, whatever.
Who has a locked bag?
Right, what the heck?
That's some advanced bag.
What about a
Baggatry.
sock? Because you put socks inside your bag and carry them around with you. You know, there's all kinds
Whoa.
of options. I'm just saying.
I can't wait for them to make the sock Pokemon. Oh wait, they already did. His name is Sock.
His name is Bert.
It is.